Meltdown Island. That's what I think. Ding dong ding 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 ding. Okay, so let's talk.
Come to Jesus? Is that what you're about to say?
No, can we talk for a second, Mike?
Yeah, of course we can.
All right. Good. Thank you. It's the Meltdown Island music. It's a little loud, but I don't want it to go away, I guess, for the future. So you got me all twisted up.
The thing is, you got to remember is that it's different volumes depending on where you're listening from.
Oh.
If you're listening to it on the old YouTube, it's going to sound different as a mix.
No,
Things aren't mixed coming into your ears, so that's just the way it is.
I'm listening.
5 minutes until showtime. 5 minutes.
Thank you, 5 minutes.
Thank you, 5 minutes.
Okay, so I need to go into my notes here. That's what I got to do. I got to get off TikTok. Thank you, TikTok.
I gotta get off TikTok.
Mike, you might want to pull up TikTok.
What do you need me to do?
You might want to pull up TikTok and my music account for the show, because we can either listen to the album or we can watch some videos and listen to some of the album.
Okay, where do I find the album? And you want a window just for TikTok?
Oh no, it's on my computer.
You haven't... What? You wanted us to go over your album today and you never...
I don't think things all the way through. That's one reason I like to talk about them first, not right before the show.
Yeah, this is what I said about like sending a thing out the day before.
But you don't like my messages. That's why I think we need a face-to-face on Mondays.
Oh my god. All we need is for you to not send your messages to 8 different channels.
That's a good point.
Remember last week when I was like, "Where is it?" And you're like, "Oh, it's in it's in the news clips only."
I knew where it was.
Something like that.
Oh no.
Meltdown Island.
Oh no. Oh, that's old. Hold on. Okay.
Goodbye. 3 minutes until showtime.
Thank God.
Thank you, 3.
I just realized I can hide all these audio channels that I don't need. And just add what I do need.
Oh no.
Man, I really wish I would have got myself a coffee before getting this started.
Go get it.
I don't think I have time now. I gotta heat up water. I'll probably just do it during the show. It'll be fine. I'll go heat up the water right now. I'll be right back.
Shawn,
What?
I don't know what to do now.
What do you mean?
Because I didn't send him the CD and now I feel now no confidence about what I was going to talk about because he's going to rattle my cage about not having the running order done, and I'm kind of worried. It's going to be a rough show, I'm feeling, and all I want to do is be positive.
No, it's going to be a great show, buddy.
Oh, thank you. That's great. Now I feel better. I didn't think about it that way.
Send them links to the TikToks.
I don't have. You're right. I gotta tell the story about what's going on. Oh, and you're right. I also got. Okay. Goodbye, TikTok Live. I have to send them the whole show right now.
1 minute.
Thank you, Bacon Bits.
30
You're
seconds.
still there.
30
Bye.
seconds still there.
We're on YouTube, Meltdown Island. It's on the inside my bio. There's a link tree, and it's safe. I don't know why they put up "Is this safe now?" It makes everything feel not safe. Anyway, hope you're well. Have a good day. You may not even be here. Now I'm just seeming like a crazy and I'm wasting time. All right, goodbye. Bye.
15 seconds.
No, really?
Yes, really. 10 seconds.
I think it's early. No, I guess not.
Dustin Wayne Mooberstar. 2, 1, and you're live.
Hey, YouTubers! It's go time! Welcome to Meltdown Island. I'm your favorite sidekick host of a show, and I'd like to welcome you to the stage, my bestest buddies, my over there in the other parts of the Detroit area, called Mike McGettigan and Shawn Hanlon. Yay! And then they would come on screen in just a second, and we'd start having a good show. Thank you guys for joining me.
Hey, Dusty.
The louder you are, it doesn't help your microphone. You know that, right?
I
Like how we
realized that
talked
wasn't
about
my-
last week. Your mic is like so blown out
do.
right now. Even after we did that sound check, it's like you change everything after we do the sound check.
I hear you, Mike. I hear you, bud.
I think you're doing great, Dusty.
This old thing?
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Thanks, pals. How is everyone? Mike, how are you feeling?
I'm doing all right. I had some nice, healthy breakfast today. Made myself some nice cardamom pear cinnamon oatmeal. It was really delicious.
What's that mean? What does that mean?
Wow.
What does that even mean?
Well, cardamom is just a spice, and you just can put it on stuff. So
just a spice, buddy? I don't know. It sounds pretty hot.
Well, there was a time where like an ounce of black pepper could buy you an entire kingdom. So there were times when spices were super valuable.
like the Spice Girls, almost.
Well, I don't know if I would classify the Spice Girls as an actual spice. I think that they're more human women than spices.
Well, they're valuable though. They do produce hits and have a value still today.
They did. Yeah, they did.
Hey, Shawn, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing great. I was just thinking about how poor cardamom. It's not really a well-known spice.
Talk about it.
Wait a minute. Are we talking about
it's
just to
it's
you
not like
or to the
basil
world?
It's not like thyme or salt or pepper. It's paprika. It's not paprika.
You do have a point with it for sure. It's not
Doesn't
one of the A class spices.
It's not an A-list. It doesn't mean it's less talented.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just not as popular in the mainstream.
Right. And there's different. The quality level. I would put it in an S. It would be an S class.
Oh
spice.
no!
Yeah, your camera just glitched out just as we went live. That's amazing.
Who did?
Shawn did for a moment,
did.
but it's fine now though. Look at him. He's fine.
Hi, YouTubers. Hey, guess what, YouTubers? We're live right now. I'd like to thank Tom Schultz for being here right at the big tippity top.
Hey,
We got a Mr.
Hi, Tom.
Niculus in the house. That's his Roman name.
very dedicated fan.
Very.
Well, both of them.
Yeah, bud. It's called friendship. Learn
Hey,
about
Shawn, would you like the link for the chat?
That's what I was just going back for. Yeah, if you send it to me, I don't have to scroll back for it. That'd be great.
I will find
Wouldn't
it
it?
for you. Wouldn't it? Dustin, this is the part of the show where you talk to the
Nice.
audience.
I'm all over it,
Yeah.
bud.
What was your insight on that spice situation, buddy.
Well, I don't have any. I don't try to think about food. It's a waste of time and energy when I got too much going on, including this emergency session of a red line of a show that I am dedicating to me. That's right. We're going to take a little time for the old guy on the show who never gets anything, Dustin.
I'm technically
old
the old
guy on the show that never gets anything. You're just like one of those Republicans that think that they're being censored when they're actually like given a platform.
Well, I guess I am being given something now, and that would be some BS.
I will also give you that your microphone still sounds just awful. What is going on? What did you do again?
What did I do? Is it something bad?
Well, it's blown out. You are maximizing your microphone on your end before it gets to me.
Thank you, my
That
end.
sounds a lot better there.
Thank you, my end. Hello?
My end. Yes. Hello.
You sound very good, buddy.
Thank you.
You know how it sounds when his voice raises up just to his normal talking level, right?
This is a whisper. This is Whisper Show.
Ooh, that sounds way better. Oh my God! If you had more voice control, you could really do something.
I know, right? I would be like my own Spice. Hi there. Welcome to Meltdown Island's wonderful showcase of wonderments by Dustin, Mike, and Shawn's. Today we're going to talk about a little thing called the human condition algorithm, as well as the TikTok algorithm. Because somebody, Dustin, did some science in this week. I was busy eating a salad with taco spice on it. Thanks, Tom Schultz. Please keep commenting those amazing comments because there's nothing that drives algorithms like engagement. Ain't that right, Shawn?
Exactly.
Thanks, Shawn. Also, go ahead, say more, please.
I was just wondering because he said he was eating a taco with spices.
Go ahead.
If cardamom was included
in a taco. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
There might be a way to make tacos have work with cardamom, but I generally think of it as more of an Indian thing or like a, something that's like a little bit more of that zone of spice. I mean, it's great in chai. It's great in Arabic coffee. Right, I'm sorry. What did you say, Dustin?
Are you trying to make the show gross right now, you guys?
Gross? I'm sorry. So
I'm just trying to get a little more visibility for cardamom. It's a great spice.
That.
I keep talking about eating tacos, and it's got a lot of people worried. Is all I'm saying. Now,
wait, what?
What?
Yeah, I don't understand. Are you saying?
I think it's a vagina reference.
Indian?
It is. What? It is, Mike. It is.
That was a vagina reference? See, Shawn and I are we'll fine with making vagina references, but you kind of got to let us know when you're going to go off in that direction.
I'll be honest with you. I thought the two of you was making them fun-gina references, and I was, that's right, Mike. I've leveled up. I call it a fun.
I'm just a little uncomfortable. I'm for our female viewers right now when you call it a fun-gina.
What would you call it?
Losing female viewers is what I would call it.
You're lewd.
Rude? I'm rude to you. Yes, I'm sorry for being so rude.
No, lewd. You're being lewd if you call it something dirty. And
instead
of
a fungina? I would love to see what the chat's blowing up about this.
Yeah, they're saying they're eating taco spice. Now, I would like to continue down the road of positivity and love today. And that would include talking more about what's happening in my life. That's right, you guys. It's my birthday week. Yay!
That's exciting.
Surprise, Mike. I was saving a surprise for you for the show, so it would still stay fresh.
That's great.
Is this your 50th birthday, buddy?
No. If you watched any of the TikToks I sent you, you know I was a 45-year-old viral virgin, okay?
I'm not one for math.
Wow, you're really putting that in the chat. Okay.
It's like it's worse to put it in the chat than it is to put it out there in the universe? Is that what you're saying?
Well, we only had 2 people watching, and now it's there forever, and no one would have seen this show ever.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So that's why we do the show. You're right. We do this show so that no one will ever see it, and it just fades away, and all of the controversial and gross things that you say will never be mentioned again.
Hey, Mike?
Yes.
It's like the old saying that I just made up, and I'd like to say it now.
Yeah.
Goes, laugh like no one can hear you. Dance like no one's watching. And record yourself like no one's ever going to judge you.
Okay. Well, I mean, there are some people that are getting out there saying some pretty horrible things that I just definitely think you should be a little bit confident, confident about going in a route that's not gross and insensitive, right? I mean,
I agree, Mike. But what I'm saying is on a deeper level.
Oh.
Has something to do with being free to be you, Mike.
Okay. Well, you earlier told me that everyone on TikTok was mad at me for talking to you in a constructive way last week.
Mike, I just said there was 1 or 2 people, not everyone. Wow. And that sounds like abuser talk to me.
Your voice is doing something real weird right now.
When we start talking with that everyone voice, it becomes a little bit, what do I say, abusive talk?
This is like how you talk to your children if you had any.
You wish I had children.
I don't know.
No,
yes, Shawn, go ahead, please.
I do.
Shawn, go ahead.
Hey, did you guys see this message where we just received 100 messages today with the Restream chat?
Nice.
Great.
That is nice.
Congratulations. And the one that took us over the top was from one Audra Chance.
Happy birthday week, Dustin.
Yeah. Saying happy birthday week, Dustin.
Thank you, Audra. You were the first person to wish me happy birthday this week, and I appreciate you now in my heart forever.
And we got Tom Schultz over on the old Facebook. He's also wishing you a happy birthday week as well.
What?
But he also says nay to the fungina, though.
Well,
which is really it's really sad for people that are on the side of having that be a good thing to say.
Well, did he say it out loud or did he just type it?
He typed it. I don't know if he said it out loud. He might have said that too.
If you say it out loud, it feels fun.
Audra Jance also says, glad I didn't say anything about funginas for that big hashtag. Big pound. I'm not sure exactly what that is.
I don't know. I don't know if it's dirty or if it's...
It might be big pound, big hashtag. I'm not sure exactly. I'm sure she'll clarify it.
Very sus. I'm very sus.
Oh, it's a number sign. She's using it as a classic, in the classic number sign, not as a pound sign and not as a hashtag.
Oh.
Mark Mikulus says Fungina already has a trademark application, and not by me, maybe not with the capital G in the middle.
Nope. Never capital G in the middle. I had
the capital G because I didn't think it was going to read without it.
Yeah, no.
I guess it was more like Fungina.
Yeah,
Fungina. It's like a woman named
Gina.
You guys
know Gina? Yeah, she's fun. She's fun.
She's very fun.
I love Fungina.
Well, I'm going out with Gina tonight. Fun Gina or idiot Gina?
Or mean Gina.
Boring Gina.
Mean Gene Okerlund.
Oh.
Hi there, everyone. Welcome to Meltdown Island. Today we're discussing, what did Dustin do?
Wrong.
What did he do for his birthday? What did he do?
Oh.
He's releasing an album. You guys.
Hey, everybody. Dustin's new album comes out this Friday.
So if you want to give me birthday wishes of joy, you will put it on playlists out there. You know what else you'll do? What's that, Mike?
I just think there's better ways to ask.
My birthday wish?
I just think there's better ways to ask, and you shouldn't ask for your own, I don't know. I think you can be like, hey, I'm putting this out there, and if you want to check it out, check it out. That's cool. I had a lot of fun making it, blah, 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 blah. You can't make people listen to your stuff, right? I don't want to be made to listen to your album. But I know I will. That's okay with me. I've already signed on for that, so it's fine.
You see, this is the hard part of being me, is the promotion of myself. Because you see me and you go, wow, what a hunk-a-do. Wow, what a confident, no ass kissing, Aquarius have wearing, none of the bad things. Boy, you only see good stuff. But guess what, you guys? There's a lot of stuff underneath all that doesn't really feel like I deserve things. Maybe because I broke my head after a doctor said, "Don't break your head." Maybe it's because I've never felt this success, and there's part of me that goes, "Man, maybe you're just shooting yourself in the foot all the time." Who knows? But there's a little rattlesnake, let's say, that lives underneath the surface of all that confidence. And they just ready to bite with their venomous. No, they're venomous. Stop. Boy, you wanted some relatable,
that's heavy guy. That's heavy
stuff, Mike. There you go, Bob.
That was Maya Angelou, right?
No, Michaels.
Maya Angelou?
0 days.
It's from
since
Hoosiers.
Meltdown.
Have you ever seen Hoosiers?
I have seen Hoosiers.
Yeah, me too.
Gregory Peck does that speech. Anyway,
Gene Hackman in that?
I think so.
Yeah.
This is very meta. Thank you.
Over on Twitch, we got a really awesome thing happening. There's 2 viewers right now.
Stop it.
Jake Welch 92 says, "How about a trade, Harry?" Maybe he's watching the wrong stream. I'm not sure what he means. And
I don't know. People call me Harry.
Hannah's says, "Guaranteed not to tarnish." Not sure what that's in reference to either. But hey, Twitchers, nice to see you.
Hey, let's Twitch out together. I do the Twitch. Twitch.
Whoa.
So,
Abort. I do the Twitch.
Twatch. I don't know what you heard. I said twatch.
Well, I'm just trying to keep an eye out for our censors.
Oh, I appreciate that because this is not a child's show. If you're a child.
I remember that. Yep. Remember when you tried to make it a kids show for a minute?
No, I didn't ever. Now, granted, I'm a kid at heart. Michaels.
Yeah. Please help our desperate friend on his birthday, everyone, by listening to his album that he will give you the location of, I'm pretty sure, because I don't have it yet either.
No, stop.
What?
He is an award-winning album maker.
Was. I won. I was. That was the
international.
I'm always looking forward. I ain't got time to sit back on my laurels.
Weird Al Yankovic was his judge, right? Is that right?
That's right. He was a judge.
Yes.
What are you trying? Is he dead now? What's going on with Weird Al?
Nope. Mike, I'm just trying to,
Adam Fuller says, we don't talk about narwhal music.
That's why I didn't talk about it, Mike, but look who did. Look who did. You.
I'm just reading the comments, guy. Mark Mikula says, forced listening parties are very popular in Soviet Russia. Dustinistan?
Dustinistan.
Yep.
It's Dustopia. Thank you. It's Dustopia.
Well, this is a fun show so far. What's next on the RO, Dustin?
The next thing is talking about the science program that I ran, scientific test I did this week on TikTok.
See, this is like, I am so surprised every time I run this show about what we're going to do.
Isn't it fun? It's a fun way to do a show.
Believe me, I love chaos, and I do. However,
I know.
To make a show work, it's not, you need to be able to put the chaos in a box. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a chaos in a bottle. You gotta open me the right way.
Yeah, see, that's exactly right.
Thank you. Now, what I did was, I said to myself, hey, Dustin, hey, bub, what's this FYP all about, Mike?
FYP?
Because, exactly, you don't even know.
FYP?
Sean,
is it like WAP?
Sean don't even know. Sean, Mike, they don't even know either. I'm going to tell you guys. The FYP is called For You page on your TikToks. Now, what happens after that is you also have a following page where it's like your followers who are the people you personally follow.
Okay.
And on the follows page, you might have 4 people you follow. You're going to see all their content. I follow 3,433 people. I'm followed by 2,095. There's a bit of imbalance.
Do most people have higher follower counts than following amounts?
I don't think so, but what I do, Mike, is try to lead by example. And what I do is I try to invest in creators by supporting their creations.
That's cool.
Let that soak in. I support creators by supporting their creations.
Yeah.
If you could put me on the big screen so I can be self-conscious about it and really think about it, it'd be great.
Again, this is your show.
Being sabotaged at all times. It's constantly being sabotaged.
Oh, boy.
Hey, listen up, y'all. It's a
He's onto us.
sabotage.
Beam us up, Space Cats.
Yeah, get us out of here, Space Cats. You know what they say, like on the Tonight Show for the opening monologue every week? He's like, "Why the fuck am I? You put me on the stage all by myself with an opening monologue. You guys are sabotaging me." That's what they say.
Mike's a savage. Mike is savage right now, you guys. So
I'm grabbing a coffee. I'll be back in a second.
Thanks, Mike. So, Shawn, what happened is there's this nice lady named Kesha Covington, and what she does is she's my friend.
Okay.
Some would say we know each other on a different level, but to a greater degree of creativity currently than even maybe you might know, Bub. Maybe.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Probably.
What's that?
Probably.
Okay. What she does is she types, every time she sees a video, she types FYP on it. And I'm like, there's no way I'm showing up on her FYP that much. There's just no way. She's following like 10,000 people. So I'm on her page that many times in a day? No. But what it is I'm on her following page or on something. And ultimately what I discovered was I said, hey, everybody, leave a comment, but only comment FYP. We gonna see what happens. All right, here we go, TikTok. Get you ready, because you're getting your test.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
There's going to be a test, and you take it to TikTok.
Are you saying? Let me see if I can
Are you
this out.
speaking English?
So there's an FYP page on TikTok. So far,
Yes.
this is right, and on that page,
Well,
there is what? Links to all the different things that you do
No.
outside of TikTok. What's on the FYP page again?
a video. As soon as you open up, it gives you a video. Now, you that'll be a video from someone you follow or someone you don't follow. It's just
Okay,
there.
so the FYP page basically takes the video recommendations and serves them to you.
It's your algorithm.
Okay. And so what you're trying to do is test what videos are sent to you.
And or what typing FYP does, because I started noticing it because as I like to lead by example, I saw her example of typing FYP, and I started following that and typing FYP in her videos, and she started showing up on my pages a lot, which, don't get me wrong, she's hilarious and I love her. She's got some very funny content and she's also an adult content. Like it ain't for kids. And
Wait,
Okay.
go on.
see, I don't even want to do the joke, but I don't think anyone would be offended who is watching. I don't even necessarily
Fungina
want to
again?
do one of-
Are you going to use the Fungina reference again? I would
No,
recommend
but she comes
against
running.
it.
So this is how I fell in love with her. She comes running up to the camera from like her car, which is parked across the parking lot, and she comes running up to the camera and she goes, "Hey, knock, 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 knock. Hey, if I started an OnlyFans page, would y'all be willing to pay to see an old piece of pussy?" And I was like, "What?" And she has a very strong Southern accent because
Okay,
she's
where
from,
is this going?
well, I'm going to tell you, because I was like, oh my God, that's hilarious. I would love to hear this in a, what accent? Oh, in an Italian, in a Chef Boyardee accent. And so she did it. And I was like, oh my God. Because, Mike, as you know, I do accents.
You're
you know
really
what I
good
mean?
at them, and you do them a lot. Yeah, exactly.
And so, therefore, I have an ear for good and bad accents. And hers is as good as mine. Let's just say that.
You're one of the best accent makers that I've ever met.
And so to see a fellow accenter, maybe I should label myself as, I was amazed and fell in love with her content because it's so funny. Like she ain't afraid to be herself, Mike.
Okay.
So I'm typing FYP, she typing FYP, and I then start seeing other people's comments or videos saying, man, I have to look up people all the time now. I don't even see any of my favorite creators anymore. See, there's one of my good accents. There's one of my characterizations.
Yeah, that's your Keanu Reeves, right?
Well, no, that was a young lady.
That's why I said you're one of
French girl.
That makes sense. You're one of the best accent makers I've ever met. I mean, you're just making up accents all over the place.
Hey, I'm a child over here.
Child over here. See, this is why we don't talk about narwhal music. Adam Fuller says 30 accents in 30 seconds. Go.
We did that. He wants that to become a staple of the show, which I don't fault him for. But this is an emergency red line episode.
This is an emergency red line episode. As you can tell from all the graphics that I have prepared for it.
It's an emergency. I can tell. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So what's an FYP again?
It's a For You page. And what I have discovered is...
I don't know about
first of all...
So if I go to TikTok, how do I get to a FYP page?
As soon as you open it up and you hit the home button, you're on FYP. You're on FYP.
Okay.
Instant.
FYP. So it's not really a page as much as it is. It starts with a bunch of videos for me.
So your home button, it has two columns.
I push the home button.
Right. It has two columns. It has your FYP and it has your following. You see those words at the top?
Oh, yeah.
So
for you, FY, it's for you.
That's it. It's for you.
I get it.
It's your algorithm. And so the following, it will give you an algorithmic run of the people you're following, but the For You page is the whole world. Regionalized, but the whole world. And the more you're on the For You page, the greater chance you have to spread your message out. And so people will signal boost by liking your video or giving a comment and then sharing. But this FYP has been a long disputed, it doesn't work, or don't type it no more. What I've discovered is typing FYP in any comment, first of all, gives the video a boost because the videos before it had 125, 218. The one with the FYP test, 420. That's quite a jump, wouldn't you say? Doubled the videos. Yeah. The one after it had 400 views. That's huge. So there's two good positive effects. People, like there's this one person goes, man, I want to look up guns and family stuff. So you're quite a surprise to be on my FYP. And I was like, hey, thank you. Well noted. I'm even talking about it now, Shawn. Everyone was like, people were like, it doesn't work. It does work. Here's the fun, weird thing is it sent my butter video and I got like it gave me like 4,000 views on this butter video where I duetted Lubelin. His song goes, I just need butter. And then so I did a little background. Back that butter, back that butter, back that butter up to his table.
I saw that one. That was a fun one.
That's a fun one, right, Mike? Mike and Shawn?
That's fun.
Yeah.
So,
okay, continue.
So for some reason, TikTok pushed that video on top, sent out notifications even because there are commenters going, so TikTok did this? Why do I get a notification for this? This is not drama or something. Like there's all these people that gave negative comments. So it wasn't necessarily a positive thing, but it was a weird thing that happened. It has not happened yet, right? And it happened to be one day after the FYP thing ended. That thing shot up in 1 hour. It shot up 4,000 views. So I was rewarded by the algorithm? Question mark.
For putting FYP into your comments?
Well, for having so many people put FYP in is my conclusion.
Well, here's the thing that I would say, that this is something that happens all the time with these tech-centric sites that are social engineering things. People will always jump to many conclusions about how the algorithms work, and they will think that they know or understand it. But really what you have to do is look at the tech takedowns that actual programmers get into and understand algorithms. Like, they will tell you how these things work and give you insight into that. But I have to say, I generally have zero trust in a random TikTok or Facebook or Twitter user telling me how the algorithms work. I think that that's like a really like a dead end of information. You're not going to get the truth from them. These are the people that think that your cell phone is always recording you to serve you ads. Like, that has been disproven so many times, it's ridiculous. And then tech people know exactly how these things work. So I would say that if you're interested in really digging into how the algorithm breaks stuff down, that check out some of these blogs that these tech guys write about TikTok. And it's much more interesting and in-depth, and you could really harness that power.
Well, that's the show, everyone.
So I don't know. Do you want my job to just tell you that you're right all the time? Because if you want to tell me that that my job is just to tell you that you're right all the time, no matter what, I will do that for you, Dustin.
No, I did that bit because I said, so we're gonna listen to my album. We're doing that for my birthday, and you're like, oh, that's exactly what I want to do. Listen to your album.
I don't think that.
Moving on to science.
Hold on. Did that have anything to do with listening to your album? In fact, if we can wrap this segment up, we are now 30 minutes into the show and we haven't done anything yet.
Well, that's the show, Mike. We are the show, bud. That's why you don't have to.
So we don't want to do any kind of RO or anything in the future. You don't want to try to push the show to be better in that way, or what? I had
to tape up my head before. Remember the head today, and I lost track of time because I was doing it and
for a whole week.
So that
for a whole week. You had a whole week to think about what to do for this show.
Well, the funny thing is, Mike, is I'm doing a lot of work on the release of the album and making a lot of promotional videos, let's say, sneak peeks, as they would be called in the industry.
Okay.
And I am. I also then had this whole science thing that I did this week to, promote the show and talk about on the show.
This whole science thing too. Wait, what?
Well, it's this. I'm about halfway through the bit here about what I did and the results of the science. But as you just told me, don't listen to me about science. So
it's not science. It's just not science at all. It's just random.
We were all very
anecdotal.
Yeah, it's an anecdotal and it's completely random without a control at all. So how are you saying it's science?
The control is me, a viral virgin who's been on it for a year.
No, it's not.
And
you can't make yourself the control in an experiment. That's not how experiments work.
Sorry, Mike. Some of us scientists put ourselves in danger.
No, I understand. Some people don't like science. I get it.
Yeah. Some people don't like adventure and trying to figure the world out around them, Mike. But I do. Okay, bud?
Wow, this show's going great so far. This show is one of our... Shawn, did you happen to watch anything that happened last week? No, that's fine.
I saw a little bit. That was in a TikTok.
Kent and Dupree were both on the show, and both of them have done very well on TikTok, and they spent a good amount of time kind of breaking down exactly what to do to try to get more views on TikTok and to go viral on TikTok, which is what Dustin wants to do.
Right.
I don't want to go viral.
I remember because Dustin was like, he's got 2,000 followers, and Ken was like, I get 2,000 followers, and then he got 3,000.
That's the part you remember, Shawn?
I mean, it was a funny part.
It was funny bit. Was funny.
It's funny bit.
And I enjoy it now. Still. However, I am the what they call whatever it is. I was on such a roll, and I don't know what it's called.
Oh, you were on a roll?
I was.
About the TikTok thing?
I'm a sciencer.
The FYP? You're a sciencer. Okay. Yeah. But
Science
you mean
mastermind.
the FYP thing?
Yeah. That's it. Let's go. Get back on your roll. So, yeah, I don't know. It was very interesting to me, I guess. It's anecdotally a thing.
It's interesting. It's interesting. It's like, but I mean, it's not science, but it's interesting. It's just not science.
I mean, the fact that I have though proof that the typing of the yeah, I do. I do, Shawn. You son of a bitch. I do. You son of a bitch, listen up.
I don't think you know what proof is, really, exactly.
Well,
it's
the
okay.
proof is in the pudding, as they call it, my friend. Won't you take a nice big dip of your finger in this pudding and listen your ears up?
Gross. Real gross.
Take your finger, get out the wax, and put some of this pudding in there, because I'm about to tell you where the facts is.
Talking real tough for a guy who can't handle his microphone. Your microphone looks like it's pointed away from your mouth, too.
It is.
Of course. Oh my God!
That made it.
You know.
That's what
I mean,
he said to have it like this.
Would you just look at Shawn Hanlon for a second and just understand how wonderful it was to work with him during sound check earlier? We got shit done.
That's great.
You know, Shawn's got a little bit of scratchiness in his voice right now, but that's his Discord problem. I can hear it. It's okay. Oh, look at that. There it is. Glitch for a second, but
see, you talk about it and see.
But it's only the second time it's happened.
Mm-hmm. And it doesn't freeze this time. It doesn't freeze anymore either, so that's good. We just have to keep tweaking it.
So
back to what? Are we listening to more of the science or what?
Well, just know that science is real. I believe in it. And I'm out there trying to make a difference.
Science doesn't need you to believe in it. It's just going to work whether you believe in it or not.
Mr. Mike knows all about sciencey now. All I'm trying to say is me and some like-minded folks got together and we did a scrappy little science experiment that had results. Mm-hmm. And if you wanted to be a science denier and say, oh, Michael knows. Okay, your voice has been heard, Mike. However, there's some people over here going to take the vaccine called reality.
Okay.
And we are going to listen that the video before had 125.
Okay.
The video I asked everybody to type the word FYP has 417.
Yeah.
That's 4 times as many, Mike.
Because they engaged with it.
And
did they engage at the same level as previous? And then would that happen with another account?
Exactly,
and
Mike.
Your control.
That's
you
what
don't
I'm
have
doing.
any control. You don't have any control or anything to compare it to. So if you're
I don't need control, Mike. I don't need control.
Okay.
Because I am the control.
Okay. So that's why I say you don't understand science. Those are exactly the reasons that I'm saying you don't understand what science is.
What I'm saying is I've never been successful, and by doing one thing, it made it successful. The one after, a little bit more successful. Stop doing the science. I stopped doing the science. Things drop right back down.
Okay.
Now I'm going to do a second test. This is only the first test, Mike. That's the other thing is you think my whole paper's written. You think that my whole publishing of my scientific work is all been published. It ain't, Mike. I'm just announcing it right now. We might need to do a graphic because this is going to come back.
Wow. I guess you got me.
Thanks.
I guess you really got me. Let's go to the comments.
You really got me?
Kurt Brinker says, this is my favorite show. Adam Fuller says, can you change Dustin's title to... Can you change Dustin's...
Now, Shawn, you get the joke.
Can you change Dustin's title to Viral Virgin, please? Done and done. Kurt Brinker says, Dustin's a mad scientist, and mad scientists get things done.
Yep.
Yeah, it just really depends on what your definition of things is. Exactly.
You don't hear of who else was alive when Frankenstein, the scientist, not the monster, was alive? None.
Okay, that's a work of fiction. You do understand.
Nevertheless, do you know of any others?
That there was no one else alive when the scientist Frankenstein.
You don't hear of any other scientists during that time period.
Okay, that was a work of fiction, so that was a time reflecting a time
Dr.
period in
Jekyll
history,
and Mr. Hyde,
and there was a lot
Dr.
of
Jekyll.
Contemporary scientists that were around at
Mr.
that time.
Hyde. I guess he was another scientist that did some crazy mind.
If you want to discount like Marie Curie and there's just tons of scientists that were actually real people back in that exact time period.
Ain't nobody trying to discount Marie Curie.
Okay. Mark Mikula says the ideasman is now the sciencer. Tom Schultz also commented, ear pudding. Tom Schultz says, the lighting in Shawn's place is amazing. It does look really good, Shawn. You look great. The background looks great. It's just really nice. Yeah.
Thanks.
Very lovely.
Mark Mikula says, going viral in a vacuum. And Tom Schultz, Dustin is the sugar pill.
See?
What do you mean, see? That's not Tom Schultz agreeing with you.
Yeah. I'm the placebo, as they call it.
Yeah, you clearly don't understand the concept of that.
French. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys don't understand French.
I personally think, Adam Fuller says, I personally think concise videos outlining your car accident, the side effects, and the pursuit of art would make a really good TikTok account. I agree with that. I think that would be a very good, a really good thing to focus on. I mean, that's kind of what we talked about last week, is keeping things concise, less is more, and making sure that you have a repeatable thing that you're doing from day to day on TikTok that's very easy to comprehend and understand with context.
I'd like to thank Alex for just mentioning that independently. That's very sweet of her, because I could use all the help I can get, and I'm taking all of that advice. And I was wrapping it up today's show because I'm wrap it up and talk about my experience of writing my album and producing it and how I recorded it. But then I realized I was forcing that on everybody in an emergency red line situation. And then I became really self-conscious about it. And I feel like it's like maybe too much for me, possibly. $1 Million Idea, says Mark Mikula. 22 short films about Dustin Gardner. Too late. I have too many of them on TikTok.
Are they all good?
No. Some of them you're in.
What? I don't do TikTok, and I don't really understand how you burned me. So
I burnt him. Ooh, it's hot enough all over there because I burnt him. Ooh, I burnt my burnt. Thank you.
All right, that's just the kind of music that you can sample on Dustin's new album coming out this Friday.
You really don't want my success, do you? I mean, you say it every week, but you just don't want it.
I mean, the things people do are generally tell you more than what they say.
Go ahead.
What is this weird background noise I'm getting here? Okay, it's gone now.
Exactly. That was what I was about to bring up.
And Dustin, how long have I been doing this show with you?
I know some Mike McGettigans that would say too long, but I know other Mike McGettigans would say not long enough. So
there's not really a number you could put on it, I guess.
No,
of how long it's been since we started doing this show together.
1 year and 10 months.
Yeah, about that.
Almost 2 years.
I know. Isn't that crazy, Shawn?
Crazy.
We should do more of these because they say when you it's not until you're about 10,000th episode that your show really takes off.
Episode.
So I think that we really should kick it up. I think we should start doing
and
two
look
a
at
day.
us. We've only done 47.
I'm still counting it. I'm up at about 300. I'm counting the old school. I'm not counting the restart in my mind.
All right.
Like scientists do. We think about we do thought experiments.
There you go. Yeah, like scientists do. We think about, we do thought experiment. Yep, that's exactly that's a classic scientist saying right there.
Yep. His name's Einstein. Learn about him.
Tom Schultz, I'm dying laughing over here when Dustin called himself the placebo. Mark Mikula, probably lots of Glenn Gould type homages out there. Yeah, that's probably true, Mark. I think that there's just a dearth of Glenn Gould out there there's way too much Glenn Gould. Everybody, he's so popular with the kids nowadays. 22 short films about Glenn Gould was pretty great. I definitely got the reference, Mark, just to let you know.
Who's this Glenn guy?
Kurt Brinker says The Simpsons didn't get good until like season 30. So, that is a good point.
Thank you.
So you got some time.
Yeah.
That's not my saying. That's someone else's anecdotal saying. I don't know.
What would happen if I didn't do the show anymore? What do you think would happen?
I would cry.
Oh, God. I don't want that. I don't want you to cry.
Oh, we like to have fun, though, don't we, you guys?
We have fun.
We like to have fun. This is we're 44 minutes in. We're 44 minutes in. I think that we got through a lot of great segments, and we broke some stuff down. We figured out science. We're getting into the end of the show now, and it barely feels like it.
I that's how I look at life, especially during this time where so many people have suffered and are still continuing to suffer through COVID. Mm-hmm. I like to just experience the moment sometimes, Mike. Mm-hmm. I like to just live for the experience of I can't believe I'm alive another day. What? Because with this head stuff, like I guess it's really hitting me right now, Mike, because I was talking on the old TikTok live before the show and explaining some of the head injuries. And it's like, what? It's so crazy. It's a 1 in a million story, really. I mean, that's all.
A question I just thought of, and I think I probably should have asked this question a long time ago, but I'm just going to throw it out there and see what you say. Why do you do this show?
For you?
Wait, what? Are you telling me I've been doing this show for you the whole time and you've been doing it for me? Is this like a gift of the Magi situation?
That's what friends are for. For good times, also the bad.
So should we just agree to end the show and then maybe give Shawn his own show? Just an idea. I'm just throwing it out there.
I've been trying to get Shawn to do a show for years now.
Have you?
Shawn is a little bit of a show tease. He's a little bit yes, and then when it's time, it's no.
Is that what happens? I mean, Shawn did try it out with you on stage for how long did that run for?
Not long enough.
It felt like years.
We only did like 6. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm talking about each episode. It felt like years.
Yeah.
I remember the one I joined you guys for. That was fun. I had a good time with you, Shawn. That was fun.
It was a fun show.
What happened to Shawn? What did you just do? Did you have the devil come out of you?
I think. People cough.
Yeah,
That's
I
okay.
God, that was something else.
He's fine.
It's just the headphones. Maybe it's the headphones.
Don't worry about him.
Well, I do sometimes.
You're still getting a whole bunch of mic rumbling, by the way.
Really?
I don't know if your cords are hitting the microphone or what.
Must have been.
You need more cords coming out of your head, I think.
If I wasn't so big on the screen, you wouldn't see so many cords.
You look like a frickin' baby cyberpunk right now.
I'm Baby Spice Punk.
Don't. Oh God! Edit this part out for sure. Do not put that on.
Too late. I already did.
Oh boy!
What's up, Macho Man? Macho Man.
It's times like these I wish there were more audience comments to read.
It's times like these I wish you would comment. It's times like these. Again. How about that, huh? How about the Foo Fighters? Who saw that coming?
Just let him go, Shawn. He'll get tired and sweaty, and then we'll get the end.
Nope, I turned the heat vent off today. No more sweat for me.
Why am I doing this show? That's my question now.
Okay. Now we're getting to it. See, this was a psychological test, another scientific moment from the new sciencer.
That's what it was.
And
I mean, honestly, I think I told you right from the beginning that the reason that I'm doing the show is to get really good at all of the skills involved around this. And
you're
I don't know,
finally getting
maybe
there.
I'm getting pretty close to it.
I think so.
I mean,
Because here's
Shawn's
the thing
camera is
is-
still glitching, so I guess I got to stay on. Gotta
and
get
there's
it
this
perfect.
little green ball.
Yeah, I mean,
Go ahead, Mike.
there's
Go ahead,
still
Mike.
always room to grow.
Yeah.
Boy. That's something there.
Hey, Tom Schultz says,
But
I
it's
love that
pretty
you guys
impressive.
do the show.
See that? See that, Sean? See that, Mike? You're too close to
See
it,
that,
bud.
Shawn? Were you gonna throw that at Shawn? Shawn didn't do anything. He's just being nice.
It's the grandma disease where my grandma used to say she'd call me 3 to 4 different names before she got to my name in her mind because she was never mad at me. You know what I mean? So when she was, she'd have to go through the list of the people who always made her mad and then get to her favorite grandson. But I do that with you guys too because Sean always made me mad.
What? Shawn
do.
almost made you mad? What did Shawn do to make you mad? I can see
the better
me
question
making
is,
you
what
mad,
didn't
but-
Sean do? What didn't Sean? How am I not myself?
Great question.
Little existentialism for you guys?
Pretty
Mike?
existential.
What do you want? You want me to say yes or a little existentialism for you guys?
Huh?
A little
I love that.
existentialism for you guys? Huh?
Huh?
What do you say? What do you say? What's the response to that? The
thing is,
Mike.
That's why
yeah,
I love you.
huh?
You're
yeah,
always
huh?
a surprise, Mike. You're always a surprise. That's why
I'm
I like
always
it.
a surprise.
I like throwing up that volleyball, seeing what you gonna spike back. You know what I'm saying, bub?
Yeah, if there's anyone that's a source of chaos on this show, it's me for sure.
Well, nobody's trying to label anyone except for you right now. So,
Oh God.
what part? Which part?
Which part? All parts. Every part. Do some science to figure it out.
Beautiful mind, beautiful mind, beautiful mind. I got a beautiful mind doing math works. 34. Whenever you reason for doing the show, thank you for doing it. It is truly a delight. Let me sing it again. Whatever your reason for doing the show, thank you for doing it. It is truly a delight. Truly a delight in my life. I've learned so much from Dustin, Mike, and Adam, and everyone being a part of this show. Says Michael Schultz, and he didn't mention
Michael
John.
Schultz?
What is? I don't. Thomas
Who's Michael
Schultz. I
Schultz?
saw you. I looked at your face. I looked at your
Oh.
face and see I was in pure impact. I was in pure stream right there, bro. Thank you.
It's fun song. That was a fun song, buddy.
So
Well-
should we go to the Roses and Thorns part of the show since we have like 9 minutes left now?
I guess.
I guess.
I thought maybe you pushed to hear the album a little more.
You thought I would push to hear the album more? It's your show, buddy. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but you're in complete control. If you want me to push more for the album, I could.
I'm not in complete control.
You're not?
Suffer. No, I suffer daily. I'm tortured by PTSD. And welcome to Roses and Thorns, everyone. This is our favorite part of the show, where we come together as one unit and judge each other by our own actions on the
Oh,
show.
no. Look at Shawn.
Very honest. Oh, see, right there?
Come on.
That would be a thorn that was then turned into a rose because of how he made it a bit. That's just one example
Is that
of what
how
you're going
it
to see on
works?
today's
Is that how it
Roses
works?
and Thorns.
I know how to fix Shawn. I'm going to fix him.
He's fixed.
Not for good. He's going to be
He's
bad
back
in a second. I
fixed.
guarantee it. But I know how to do it.
I'm already starting to
fixing
get
it right
bad.
now. I'm fixing it right
Classic.
now. Don't worry. Dustin,
Thank you, Mike. I would
remember-
like to go ahead and...
This is your show. Take it away, Dustin.
Thanks, Mike. I thought I was. Welcome to Roses and Thorns, everyone. Today was a wild adventure of emergency red line show. That's right. We had a red line in Dustin's mind that was driving him insane. because some would say he was trying to attempt to do what he would talked about last week, only to find out, boy, he has a hard time really talking about things he really cares about in a comedic setting where someone might trample on his really heart a little bit. You ever saw a little bit of a dandelion in the middle of an interstate highway and you go, oh no, please don't get run over, little dandelion? Well, that's Dustin. Hi there. I'm the little fat boy in that story. My name's Dustin. Welcome to today's show. I'd like to thank Mike and Shawn for joining me today.
Show. Dustin, this is the end.
Thanks for having me.
This is the end of the show, Dustin.
Thank you for joining me, Mike and Shawn.
You're welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, thank you for being here.
Tom Schultz, those were not sample songs from the album. Those were just songs for the Roses and Thorns intro that you were hearing.
Correct.
Adam Fuller, friend of the show and longtime co-host, says, "I'm guys. Remember Redline?" I think he meant remember. Rose to Dustin for repping his album and explaining what FYP is.
Hey, no problem. My pleasure.
Okay. Anyways, cool. So Roses and Thorns. I guess I'll just move things along here. Shawn, why don't you start with one rose and one thorn, and if you want, you can throw a bud out there too.
Bud.
I think I'd like to give a rose to the members of our audience who sent in the chats that became the song that Dustin sang. That was really probably one of my favorite parts of the show today. Please believe that could be a segment. That could be a segment where he sings a song that people send the chats in. So that's even a bud. I guess it's a rose and a bud, maybe something to look into.
Okay.
Yes.
I like both those. Yeah, that's good.
That's a very good summary.
I'd like to give a thorn to the tech gods who keep. Did you see what I just always said? It made my picture go. That seems to be persistently dogging my feed, and I don't know. I can't help but blame myself.
No.
Well, your feed was mostly fine today. I mean, the only problem right now is the Discord connection, which has like kind of a staticky thing going on.
Right.
But there's ways to fix that. We can talk about that for next time.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Go ahead, Shawn.
But my bud, just to keep things moving, my bud goes out to Cardamom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hopefully, it can expand its horizons and not be relegated to a B level or C level spice.
Yeah, I think that's great.
It can be an A spice.
I would like to help push it to be an A spice in America. I think that's a great idea. Shawn, thank you.
Like when salsa took over ketchup. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
The ketchup industry was like, "What? How can that be?" And then, of course, the year after that, ketchup was #1 again, mysteriously.
Well, but, I think ketchup is also very jealous of mustard for having a lot of different kinds of flavors, and they keep trying to have fun ketchup flavors, but they just, people don't want like green ketchup or like weird ketchups. They want a real specific flavor of ketchup.
They want the same thing all the time. That's what they love.
Mm-hmm. Well, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and give a thorn to. Still, the tech gods. I'm just going to give that a thorn as well because I'm still working on it, Shawn. We'll figure it out someday.
Yeah.
As someone you guys watch that show, what's it called? American Gods. Whew, you guys is praising to the tech gods because that's a real thing.
All right, and I'm going to give a thorn to the running order for today's show. That was right out of the gate, way off track. I mean,
it was.
Even if it was just like, something that we could kind of stick to a little bit, I think that would help with the quality and the content of the show. But yeah, that's my thorn. I'm gonna give a bud for making up that song on the spot with the different comments. I think that could be a segment if you were able to think about segments during the week and then tell me what the RO is. I can make graphics. I can do stuff to help support the show. I want to give a rose to talking about why we're doing the show. I think that was an interesting thing to confront. And that's all I got for today, Dustin. I'm passing it on to you.
I'd like to give a rose again to our wonderful islanders who are our islands in the stream of life and giving us the engagements that we crave, and we thank you, and we bless you. And then I'd also like to give a rose to TikTok for making a way for adults to once again become children at heart again, to play with each other, to laugh, to communicate in a whole new way that's never been experienced by the human race. And then I would also like to give a thorn probably to myself for not being brave enough today. And trying, though, failing. And that's about it, I think. Make sure you check it out, though, because it'll be out at some point.
So now here's an example of where like advertising could be a little bit better. When you say check it out, it's going to be out Friday. I mean, well, I don't know. I don't know where to look for it. I don't know how to find it. I don't know what is you're talking about. I only do because I remember from earlier that your album comes out Friday. But you know, hey, give the people a nice little succinct advertisement about your album and go.
It feels too forceful. It honestly does.
Well, you know, remember one time when you were in a play that I wrote and you had to learn all those lines and then you said them the same way every time? Well, at least you're supposed to.
Well, that was so difficult.
Okay. Shawn, you've had him in a play before too, and he said he did the same songs every time and said the same words most of the time.
Ish.
And you know,
I don't know if I agree with that sentiment.
Well, I mean, was he in the ballpark? Was he close?
Oh, always in the ballpark. Always.
Okay, so there you go. I mean, like, you know, you're saying that giving an advertisement about your own album is forced,
right?
I mean, they're just words, and you want people to listen to your album. Why aren't you trying to put the words together to give the people what they need to listen to your album?
It's so difficult.
Where can people find your album?
Hypothetically speaking.
Hypothetically, right? Not. Yeah, we ended this. We're off the air, so go ahead, Dustin. Just tell people. Just what would you say if we were on the air?
Now, if we were off the air, I would already be laying down in the bed with my face buried in 4 or 5 pillows, trying to either suffocate or to pass out in some way.
Do you try to suffocate with your pillows a lot, or what?
Just to, like, you know, bury the pain, you know, or the feelings. That's it.
What kind of pain are you having from this show today?
It's more of an ongoing talking about your thing and wanting a thing and then never
was it me saying, because you Dustin,
can't talk about it.
Was it me saying, Dustin, people want to know where to find your album on Friday when it comes out? Did that bring you a lot of pain?
No. Was it him saying that you need to put together a running order?
No.
Oh. I do know that hurts Dustin's feelings sometimes. When Earlier, he told me that 2 or 3 people on TikTok were very upset with me from last week's show for treating Dustin the way that I do.
And they don't understand that we are best buds and we talk real talks.
Oh, real talk? What?
Real talks.
Okay. What?
We do some real talk.
Who? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about us as human beings to one another. We have real talk. We do real talks.
Tom Schultz says, I want to give a thorn to house redlining. I think that's a very timely and good thing to give a red line to. Kurt Brinker says, can you do a musical episode sometime over on YouTube? I'm sure that we could. As you might know, Dustin is an international award-winning musician. Tom Schultz says, I want to give a rose to Shawn's idea for Dustin to sing songs based on the comments, which, by the way, there's an Instagram guy who's famous for making songs based on comments. Dustin, I think you can compete with him. You could I don't know if it's about competing, but I think, you know, you could really make a name for yourself, maybe.
I don't think anything ever has been done in the history of mankind that didn't have some sort of I can do that. I want to do that, or I want to make it better. I want my so there's always a bit, even the slightest hint, whiff, some would say, of competition in anything.
I'm not sure what the point of that, what you were saying was.
You asked if you don't know if it's a competition or not, and I wanted to say, oh, it is.
Oh, okay. All right. So
even if it's just a small little, not a real thing, but just teensy weensy, and I'm trying to be humble there, Mike. That's me being humble, and not trying to be like King Kong of improv singing his songs. You know what I mean?
It sounds like you don't know what humble means in the same way you don't understand science.
And you wonder why I can't talk about me when on a show about myself. You tell me. I don't know. It's all backwards. It's all part of what they call syndrome.
Your own show syndrome?
No, post-traumatic disorder syndrome. It's a disorder. I have
Okay.
It's not ordered correctly.
I mean,
Would you agree with that? Would you agree with that?
What's not ordered correctly? I'm not sure.
My brain, my words, my thoughts, and my feelings is.
If only there was something to help guide us through a show that we could like create like some sort of guidepost that would help us stay, on track with a show.
Like a table of content.
What's that? What's that, Shawn?
More like an index. I'm
Like
looking
a table of contents.
Yeah, like a table of contents. Yeah, exactly. Something like that.
Or like an order. Just an order in which things are going to run.
Right, like which things we do in what order, and then like, maybe how long each thing lasts. I don't know, I'm just throwing it out there.
I love that. However, what I did send one, but it was kind of one of those too much.
Well, there was a lot of question marks in it, and there was a lot of paragraphs. And running orders, they tend to not have question marks or paragraphs unless the name of the segment has a question mark in it.
That's part of my issue is I can't even write a sentence without questioning myself. Should I write a sentence?
There's
this
a thing
what we
called
should do today on today's show?
There's a thing
I don't
called
know,
editing,
maybe?
and that you can look at stuff and then go, oh, this doesn't make sense, or this does make sense. I mean, some people just type a bunch of stuff and then hit send without, caring if the other people understand it or not. And then some people look at stuff and think, does this make sense?
You tell me. I don't know.
Anyways, I guess that's all the time that we have for the show today.
Yeah, good show, guys. Good show. That was fun, though.
Yeah, I had a
And
fun
thanks.
time.
Adam gave a shout out for you explaining what FYP is, and thank you for that too.
Yeah, you got it a little bit.
Adam Fuller says 0 minutes since Meltdown, and Tom Schultz says, I want to give a rose to Mike for serving humble pie. Well, anyways.
And when you type FYP, you're saying, I want your content that I'm typing FYP on. Your content is for my page. It's for your page. So you're saying for your page, you are for my page.
I get it.
So
That's kind of
there's people that I have definitely not seen and that I have to search for, and I should not have to search for these people. I love them. So the fact that I do have to makes me say, oh, typing FYP. But again, it's all
science. It's all just science.
It's all conductorary. It's not science or anything.
Oh, wait, what?
Well, I don't know. It's all conduciary. It's something.
Conduciary.
It's a fiduciary. It's
It's
I
fiduciary.
don't know if that's the word you mean.
Feudal.
Yeah,
feudal.
I'm not sure if that is the word. Anyways, we always close out the show with the same thing that Dustin, for some reason, hates. I don't know why he hates us trying to manifest his success, but he does. But I still want to keep trying to do it, I guess. I don't know.
We're going to keep trying. We're going to keep trying.
Shawn,
now.
should we end it, or should we not do this anymore? What do you think?
What do you think?
We should do it. It's an important message.
I think so.
That did work, Mark.
So we'll say, I want Dustin to get rich on 3.
3.
Everybody out there, say it with us. I'm sorry, what's that, Dustin? Did you want to take control of your own show again, or no?
Well, I was just doing a joke within the show. I said 3 after you said 3, and Shawn and I almost said it right then in a joking manner.
All right. Anyways, 1, 2, 3. I want Dustin
I
to
want
get
Dustin
rich.
to get rich.
Absolutely. Goodbye, everybody.
He come up.